client for purpose of sentencing. Please state your name, ma'am. Also, there is a violation of probation allegation.
Yes. Okay, and your name, please? Okay, so there are two things up today. Probation violation as a result of this conviction, I'm presuming.
Yes.
Yes. And then also sentencing on your plea to count 2 of disorderly, your assault battery had been dismissed. And so let's, I guess I don't know which one we want to handle first, but let's handle the sentencing first on the 241607.
All right, Your Honor. My client, and we have allegation, my client is 19 years old. She's single. She lives with her mother. Your Honor, at this time, she's not working, but she's looking. And she's not under doctor's care, takes no prescribed medications. If she were tested today, she tells me there'd be no drugs or alcohol in her system not prescribed for her, Your Honor. And we think the recommendations are good in terms of the sentencing aspect. I think she's a good candidate for probation. I think she'll successfully complete that. Your Honor, we have concerns about the other aspect, but we'll wait for your decision on the sentencing, I guess, unless you want to combine them.
Okay, well, let me ask a couple questions. First, is the PSI accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Second, is Marianne Kingsley or Kayla Langford present? Okay.
And as to restitution, Your Honor, I did get in the file that says the alleged victims or the victims in this case. We're asking for no restitution, Your Honor.
Right. So, why aren't you working?
I'm currently looking for a job.
No. Okay. I need you to speak up a little bit louder, please, so we can get you on the recording.
Speak up.
So you're looking for a job. How long have you been looking for a job?
For 2 months now.
2 months.
Yeah.
And there's one job that you've been offered a position at.
I got, applications and, interviews, but I only got brought back to 1 interview and they didn't accept me to come back for the job.
Okay. How many applications have you submitted?
At least 60 of them, because I have to submit them to you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
You still haven't had a job?
No.
So what do you do all day?
I do DoorDash and, Instacart sometimes.
Okay, so you are working.
Well, it's not for a company. Yes, she does DoorDash, but, you know, she tries to do it every day. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, so, you have a real problem with your inability to control your anger. And who is with you today?
Boyfriend,
What's his name?
day 1.
Good, at least it's not Cameron Hampton. You were with Cameron Hampton the last time you got in trouble too. And you're currently on probation in Allen Park as well, correct?
Yes, and I'm currently supposed to go to court on the 4th, but they moved my court date till May 5th to get off probation.
Okay, well, when you were sentenced on your other matter that you're currently on probation for, you're working at the La Quinta Inn. Why are you no longer working there?
They don't have any more like hours to give out, they said, so I just stopped working there. Because I was getting 10 hours a week and it wasn't working.
Isn't that better than 0?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, the other matter, oh, I remember. The other one was when you took the bike from a kid that was riding in the neighborhood. And now, in this matter, you got in a fight with people at Zorba's, right? Okay, so.
Well, Your Honor, yes, I recall it vividly. I watched a long video of that.
So.
It wasn't really a fight, a big melee, I guess you would call it.
That you were in the middle of.
Right.
So what gives?
I'm currently on probation still for the other.
Yeah.
And
When I say what gives, I'm actually asking what gives in relation to your behavior and why you continue to behave the way you are.
It was just the people I was around and wrong influences. Being around them and hanging around the wrong people.
Yet you were still hanging around with them. You would think after the first time that you were in trouble and that you were on probation in Allen Park, that you would get it together, and you didn't. And in fact, I think, aren't you on probation for larceny out at Allen Park?
Retail fraud, Your Honor.
Okay, retail fraud. But then you stole somebody's bike. While you were on probation out there, you had a case pending there, and you stole someone's bike. Now you're on probation in both jurisdictions, and now you're acting a fool in a restaurant. And here you are again. And your attorney is trying to convince me that you are a good candidate for probation, which I don't know that you are. In 1 year's time, you now have 3 convictions. 3 convictions. I gave you a chance the first time, and here we are again. Here's what that chance is. I gave you a chance on probation, and here you are. Why, ma'am, should I put you on probation yet again?
Because I will make the right choices and pay probation, and I'm currently doing community service to get back to the community for the other stuff I'm doing for probation.
What are the right choices that you've made?
I'm currently looking for another job. I did some of my community service. I did CASA classes. I paid a $50 class fee that you guys gave me to do, and I completed that also for my other probation.
Your Honor, I would, as to the violation of probation, I mean, she's going to plead guilty to that. Obviously, she can't have a defense for picking up another case, so we're hoping the court is going to put those 10 days in jail recommended in a jail review status, if the court deems that fit. Just give my client a chance to come back and say, yes, Your Honor, I'm looking for more gainful employment, I'm doing the right thing, I'm not hanging around the people that I was hanging around with before. So, Your Honor, she's at a young age now. She has a chance to turn her life around. I think she's confident that she can do it with herself. It's just that I think in the past she was easily led to be hanging around with these groups of people. I mean, even in the videos, she was not as bad as some of the other actors in the videos. But again, that isn't a defense, but we'd hope the court would consider that in fashioning the overall sentence. She was cooperative with the police, I mean, during the booking process, the whole throughout.
All right, I'm going to have you please raise your right hand on the jail review, on the probation violation. Solemnly swear from the testimony that I've given this matter to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
I need you to speak up, please.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so, you heard the allegation is that you are on probation in the 27th District Court here, correct?
Yes,
And that your conviction on 241607 triggered a violation for your probation violation, correct?
yes.
And as that violation, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And you understand your rights for under your advice of rights regarding probation violation, you've gone over those with your attorney, correct?
Yes,
And you understand all of those rights.
yes,
You also understand by entering into a plea that you'll be waiving some of those rights.
yes,
And knowing all that, you want to continue with your plea.
yes.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
No.
All right, and counsel, you can please pardon your client.
Ms. Martinez, you agree you're on probation to this court?
Yes,
And part of that probation was that you, a number of things, but one of them was that you received no new cases. Is that correct? No criminal cases?
yes,
And in fact, you did, and that is the matter that we're here for, the sentencing. You pled guilty, correct?
yes,
Disorderly conduct, correct?
yes,
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
And the court is also satisfied that the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. And the court will accept your plea. All right, here's what the court's going to do. On your probation violation, the court's going to adopt the recommendation. The court's going to order 10 days jail. The court's not going to order jail on your other matter. The court will give you the benefit of probation. Once again, one violation is revoked and you're spending the remainder of that in jail. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Is that yes?
Yes.
As to the 241607, the court does find there's reasonable grounds to Department MCL 769.5. The court also finds the following sentence to be in the best interest of justice, reasonable proportion to the seriousness of the matter and circumstances surrounding Ms. Martinez and the legislative guidelines. The court is going to order 18 months probation. The court is going to indicate you are eligible for early discharge, and I'll go over that in just a short bit. The court's going to order you not to violate any criminal law of any unit of government. You're not to leave the state without the consent of the court. You are to report truthfully to your probation officer as often as your probation officer may require, in person, in writing, or virtually. You're to notify your probation officer immediately of any change in address or employment status. You're not to return to Zorba's Coney Island. You are to participate in a 12-week anger management class. The rehabilitative goal for that condition is so that you can have assistance in learning how to express your feelings in an appropriate manner and emotionally prepared for upsetting situations. You not to have any contact with Miriam Kingsley or Caitlin Langford. The rehabilitative go over that condition to ensure victim safety and hopefully prevent me from this happening again. The court's going to also order, well, I have to tell you, I'm a little bit nervous if I'm going to order to community service given the behavior. But you're going to perform community service without any issue on the other matter? The court's going to order 100 hours of community service to rehabilitate goal for that condition so that you can further develop work and life skills and get back to the community. The court's also ordering you to seek and maintain full-time employment. Obviously, the rehabilitating goal for that condition is to help you increase your earning potential as well. Any questions about those conditions?
No.
As the fines and costs, the court's going to order a $500 fine, $100 screening assessment fee, $900 supervision oversight fee, that's $50 a month and 18 months, and since you're eligible for early discharge, up to half of that could be waived. $300 for the cost of prosecution, crime victim assessment fee of $75, justice system assessment fee of $50 at the total of $1,925. And the court's also ordering $0 in restitution. All right. So I'm going to indicate that you're to set up a payment plan upon employment.
Could she start with $50 a month, Your Honor?
Well, I don't really want to set up a payment plan right now, counsel, because she's not really working. So I'm just going to have her set it up through probation.
All right.
Okay, on her obtaining employment. As I did state, you're eligible for early discharge with this matter, as long as all the following have occurred. You've completed at least half of your original term of probation. All probation requirements have been completed. You've had at least 3 months without any violations. And you've either paid your fines and costs in full or made a good faith effort to make a full payment. Okay? So you're going to go out this door today for your 10 days, and then that will be done. And then you'll come out, you'll be discharged from jail, and then you can start fresh with all your conditions.
Your Honor, would the court consider anything besides straight 10 days in jail?
No, this is her third case in 1 year. She's violated probation. No, 10 days jail.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've seen the box over there. Turn right.
There.
Mr. California, did you speak to the prosecuting attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.